So part two about the guy. I told him after he done kicked off his shoes, and he was like, "You finna do me like that?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna do you like that." I said, "You have to go." I said, "I told you I do not do married men." And so he said, "Wow." So he got his shoes on and got ready to go. He told me to take his wine with him too. So I'm like, so the next time I saw him at work, but I was going to church, right? And we was visiting a church that we often visited, right? And so we so I saw him there. He went right past me and looked me up and down, and he was like, "Oh, she don't say that." You know, he had that look on like I like this my wife right there. And I was like, I didn't say nothing. I ain't need to say nothing because I dealt with him. But he had a wife, and he was singing in the choir too and everything. And so he passed by me when he was at church and everything like that. I said, look at this brother. So he would see me at work. He still try to holler at me and everything. I said, don't talk to me. Don't even talk to me. And I said, so I'm like this. You know, I had to set boundaries, but I had to show him that I meant what I said. I do not do married men. You know why I don't do married men? Because they have come on to me, but you know why I don't do married men? Because I don't like to share. And I know I ain't finna share. Because when I want to see you, I'm going to want to see you. And if I can't see you, when I want to see you, I don't need to deal with that. I don't want to hear no, I ain't gonna do this, whatever. You know, if I gotta be on your time, and I gotta be on your side piece, and I gotta, and we can't be out of public, we gotta sneak around, and I'm not doing that. That's just too much drama. So, and I knew that. I knew that early, you know. So, early on. And plus, I knew what my dad did. So, anyway, so I learned early from how men were. So, but why would you even get in a relationship? And I know a lot of times people don't intend to cheat, but sometimes it just happens. But why would you put yourself in situations like that? And if you're not going to be faithful, and if you know you're not a faithful person, why would you even get married? I know people have their problems and everything, and they end up, you know, they say they made mistakes, or, you know, they might find confidence in someone else, or they can talk and everything. They're going through a situation. But why would you even go there and cheat? You know, knowing, why would you even get in a relationship knowing that you have those tendencies, especially if you're not disciplined enough to stay with one person? So I'm like this. If you interested in me and you want to cheat and you got those tendencies, don't even come to me. Don't even approach me, because I'm not interested. I'm not going to be interested in you, because it's going to be a problem. So if you can't be faithful and loyal to me, you might as well keep it moving. If you want somebody, if you got to have a side piece, you might as well keep it moving, because I'm not the one for you. So I said all that to say is, why do you brothers cheat? Especially when a woman is good, she's there for you, she'll do almost anything for you, and she's in your corner. And to me, with my dad, my mom was, to me, my mom was a good woman. So I don't know what problems they had in the relationship, but I know my mom was a good woman. And she was a homemaker and everything. She stayed at home, you know, she was there. But, you know, and women was after my dad. My dad was handsome. So, and there's women who don't care, and they will come in on your man, and they want what they want. They bold like that. And they want your man. And so, and if your man is weak, and there's some things that a woman would do for your man that just kind of pull him in, he gone. He gone. So, you know, it's bad, you know, because you don't know you're breaking a person's heart when you do that. And so, but men want to be selfish, but when a woman do it to a man, oh, they will not let that woman will not let that woman live it down. So, but I'm like this, you play me, you gonna get played. So why even go through that drama and that toxicity in a relationship? So just do us right. Brothers, we need you to get it together. Be faithful. Be loyal. When you come our way, you better know that you got yourself in check and you know how to have some discipline and know how to say no and know how to run and say, nah, I'm married. Nah, I'm faithful to my wife. I love my wife. I love my Angela. I love my Angela. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing. I'm gonna go home to my wife. My wife. So that's all I had to say. So be faithful. It's so easy and simple. Be faithful. Especially to me.